November 1989. Las Vegas isn't just the gambling capital, it's the epicenter of the boxing universe. Julio César Chávez enters this fight not only as the undefeated champion with a 64-0 record, but as a cultural phenomenon. He's moving up to 140 pounds, determined to prove that his power and mystique don't fade with the weight. Facing him is Sammy Fuentes, a brave Puerto Rican with Eye of the Tiger echoing through his entrance and the shadow of the historic Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry on his shoulders. Fuentes isn't the favorite, but he has the hunger of someone with nothing to lose and respectable punching power. What the world is about to witness isn't just a title defense. It's a lesson in anatomy applied to the ring. If you want to experience one of Julio César Chávez's greatest fights, grab your favorite drink and enjoy the brilliance of boxing. The camp-forging Condition. Chavez enters this fight in enviable physical shape. He feels strong at super lightweight, freed from the torment of the last few pounds he struggled with in lower divisions. His training has been an ode to endurance. 12 rounds of daily sparring, a focus on precision, and that unique ability to cut off the ring that has made him a legend. If he was already in great physical condition, he pushed himself to the limit for this fight to withstand punishment and a rival who would surely force a long battle. Fuentes, meanwhile, trained like a triathlete. He knew that to beat Chavez, boxing alone wouldn't be enough. He had to survive a relentless pursuit. His camp focused on punch volume and lateral movement, trying to decipher the enigma of how to keep a man who never stops advancing at bay. The odds favor Chavez, but everyone questions how secure the victory really is, since both are tough opponents, very resilient, and will not give up until the end. What a fight to remember we are about to witness. Rounds 1 to 3. The challenger's illusion. The bell rings, and Fuentes surprises everyone. He doesn't run, he doesn't over-defend, he comes forward. The Puerto Rican uses hooks and uppercuts, moving with an aggression that unsettles Chavez in the opening minutes. Fuentes lands some interesting flurries, aiming for the Mexican's jaw, while Chavez seems to be in deep, almost surgical observation mode. Without a doubt, everyone expected Sammy to retreat from a very aggressive Julio César in the first rounds, but instead, it's an incredible exchange with no clear winner.
Fuentes off to an aggressive start.
Good right hand there, Jim.
Two fighters who favor the left hand. Now Chavez scored. Chavez starting to be more effective with the left hook and the left uppercut.
The first round ends without much resolution, leaving everyone on edge. By rounds 2 and 3, the narrative begins to shift. Chavez starts closing the distance. Here we see the first major technical key. Chavez's jab isn't just a distance-setting punch, it's a rangefinder. Once he establishes the distance, he begins the body assault. Fuentes still responds. His left hand finds Julio's face, but Chavez's volume starts to rise. The champion's precision is terrifying. He's landing over 50% of his shots. Julio's face shows slight retreat, and if this continues, he risks swelling or wear before the midway point of the fight.
For the moment, Chavez seems content to let Fuentes be the aggressor and to try to...
They're landing heavy stuff in there, Jim.
Good.
He misses a lot of punches, but he's showing some nice versatility here, Jim. The standard punch that'll move outside and inside.
The third of those punches was a glancing blow, but that was a solid right hand to the jaw by Chavez. Fuentes appears unhurt, though.
Rounds 4 to 6. Journey into unknown territory. We reach the phase analysts call Chavez's territory. It's the moment in the fight where the champion takes his opponent somewhere they've never been, a place of constant pressure and systematic punishment. In the fourth round, Chavez seems to take a breather, leaning on the ropes and allowing Fuentes to unload his full arsenal. It's a cruel psychological tactic. Chavez blocks, slips, and absorbs Fuentes' punches as if they were caresses, demonstrating a confidence that breaks the challenger's morale.
Fuentes does have the power, Larry. I'm a little slow now because I thought today was my day off.
A little bit of a thinking man's battle for both.
Oh, to go.
Well, that's a good idea. Do you think Chavez has sufficient at the same experience, haven't you?
Exactly. I found.
Starting to chant Chavez, Chavez.
When Fuentes finishes his flurry, Chavez explodes off the ropes with a counterattack that rattles the Puerto Rican's whole body. The crowd goes wild, but Fuentes isn't knocked down, and rounds 4 and 5 end without major developments. Meanwhile, it appears Julio César is leading on the scorecards. Let's hope Sammy Fuentes has an ace up his sleeve.
Measured, calculated, patient.
The challenger has all he can handle, to tell you the truth. I mean, I scored 3 of the first 4 rounds.
Which Chavez is content to stand against the ropes and block Fuentes' throws. Solid right hand in close by Chavez, and suddenly Fuentes' hands stop moving.
By the 6th round, Fuentes' nose can no longer take it. Blood begins to flow, and his movements grow heavier. Chavez is relentless. Every time Fuentes attempts an offensive, Chavez responds with a liver hook that seems to suck the air from his lungs. Chavez looks as fresh as he did in round 2, while Sammy seems ready to give up. All his ideas exhausted. He can only hope for a miracle, and it's one that will be very hard to come by.
I think Chavez can.
Well, the way his leg moved involuntarily, I'm talking about Fuentes, he may have hurt him, and he's hit. And here comes Fuentes right back at him. Is that his last shot?
Another right. Blood around the nose of Sammy Fuentes. Punching accuracy starting to take its toll. Meltrick Taylor made... No, it was just a flirt. Here comes Chavez again. There's Fuentes again.
Rounds 7 to 9. Technical carnage. Julio César's technical superiority is absolute. It's not just power, it's placement. Chavez punishes high to make Fuentes raise his guard, and in the split second the elbows move away from the ribs, he drives the left hand low.
And that's when he usually prevails.
3 solid blows in a row. Chavez fought as recently as October 26th. 2 of them early knockouts. For 16, if he comes out of this clean.
Fuentes is a warrior. He's still standing, bleeding, with a probably damaged jaw, throwing punches purely out of survival instinct. The Las Vegas crowd shouts, "Chavez, Chavez," while the champion casually slips punches with minimal head movement, conserving energy for the final strike. The difference in athletic condition is clear. While Fuentes desperately gasps for air, Chavez seems barely warmed up.
Giving him a chance to counter accurately. By our punch count statistics, Chavez now, as was the case in the first 2 rounds, content to back up some and let Fuentes come to him. That takes its toll.
But they're hard punches, too, like that and that. Just a boxing, but...
It is not yet, evidently, the word from our producer, Ross Greenberg, is that former world champion Ruben Castillo serving as interpreter for us and collected character of Sammy Fuentes. Solid.
The climax, round 10 and the end of resistance. We enter the 10th round. Sammy Fuentes' face is a map of boxing brutality. Cuts, swelling, and fatigue visible in his legs, which are starting to buckle. Chavez comes forward to devour him. Subtlety is gone. It's a frontal assault of combinations, high and low, that Fuentes can no longer block. Chavez lands a solid right hand that buckles the Puerto Rican's legs.
Well, at this point, it would appear to be largely any scorecard that had sold.
That just keeps rolling. Just keeps rolling in the arm.
Crowd knows it. Chavez knows it.
But here he comes back. He's put up a brave fight.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
He deserves an honorable stoppage. What a gutty performance.
He doesn't want any of our sympathy.
And who is still regarded by many as pound for pound the best in the sport.
Yeah. Money for this great fight.
Well, Fuentes, who once lost a knockout to Roger Mayweather.
Fuentes stays upright out of sheer pride, but the punishment is inhuman. By the end of the round, Fuentes' corner and the referee understand what the boxer refuses to accept. There's no way to win. The fight is stopped. It's a TKO. Final analysis. Mastery of punishment. Julio César Chávez didn't just defend his title that night. He gave a masterclass on how to destroy an opponent's will. Sammy Fuentes was a worthy challenger, a man with resistance few possess. But he faced the most mature and dangerous version of Chavez. Critically, this fight proved that Chavez, at 140 pounds, was a force of nature. His ability to absorb punishment and return it tenfold made him virtually unbeatable at that time. Fuentes did the right thing trying to be aggressive early, but he made the mistake of staying in mid-range, the territory where Chavez reigns supreme. In the end, the image remains of two warriors who gave everything. Fuentes earned the boxing world's respect for his courage, and Chavez left the ring reaffirming that to beat him, it wasn't enough to be a good boxer. You had to be willing to die and be reborn in every round. It was a night of Mexican glory, a night where the liver shot once again proved to be the final argument in the debate over who was the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to share it with your boxing fan friends and subscribe. We promise more videos like this. See you in the next round.